There aren't many games that have had FBI involvement.
It was banned in 14 countries, pulled from the shelves of American stores, beloved by fans, and condemned by the media.
Video games like Postal.
Going postal.
Going postal.
New video game. It's called Postal.
Going postal means shooting everyone in sight. There's nothing funny about it.
Postal is a video game about nothing that lets players do anything. They can light a marching band on fire, use a cat as a handgun silencer, or murder an entire town.
We realized that, man, this game had a massive impact in the 90s and 2000s, and it's like, why don't more people know about this?
Jason Sikorsky and Tad Salee produced and directed the new documentary, pulling back the curtain on Postal's past and its ties to Arizona.
You can kind of go back and play Postal 1 and see some references to what looks like Bisbee. It's called Paradise, Arizona, because they didn't want to actually call it Bisbee.
The game was first released in 1997 by video game developer Running with Scissors, which to this day is still based in Tucson.
The first game's objective was to basically just kill as many people as possible, and once you got to a certain percentage, you can clear the map.
The game triggered the first congressional hearing on video game violence.
People took it very seriously. But the fans enjoyed it. They took it for what it is, which is just over-the-top humor, and really ran with it. And that's why it still has a huge fan base today.
Sikorsky and Salee do not take a definitive stance on whether violent video games are harmful to society, especially younger gamers.
It desensitizes them to violence, which I think is an issue in itself. Now, do I think it makes a child want to go out and commit an act of violence? Absolutely not. I think there's a fringe amount of the population where that could be the potential, and we actually covered that in our documentary.
Going Postal, The Legacy Foretold will have its world premiere March 29th and April 2nd at the Harkins Scottsdale 101 Theater in Phoenix. It'll also be available later this spring on Apple TV and Amazon Prime Video.
It started off as a passion project, and then 5 years later, here we are.
Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.